Yeah, you know what time it is. It's time for Beau and Nick, the losers with a dream. What a waste of time. Yep, they're losers. You're listening, so who's the freaking loser, people? Welcome to Beau and Nick's Losers with a Dream. Yeah, I freaking hate them so much. They're lucky they're funny because they suck at everything. You're listening. The question is, why?
Hello and welcome to the Losers. Starting over. Hello and welcome to the Losers with a Dream podcast. We are losers and we have big dreams. First and foremost, go leave a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, all those things. Tell us we're great. You can follow me, your host, Nick Scopoletti, on Instagram at Nick Scopes. You can follow this guy
at Beau McDowell Comedy at BEAU. Because I'm French and I'm high.
Yes, you are. Anyways, guys, welcome to the show. We are going to open up our hearts and minds. No, we're going to open up with our first segment that we always do because mental health is important.
It is important.
It is very important.
It's key.
Importante.
Yes.
In Spanish. If you're bilingual or bisexual. So we're going to get into the mental health check-in. Beau? Mm-hmm. Bosif?
Yes.
How we doing, babe?
Well, today I feel like OJ's white Bronco because I'm going too fast and I'm being driven by a lunatic. I mean, it's crazy how, like, when I was younger, I would just, like, drink and get high and just, like, weeks on end, I could just do that. Like, it was like I had Duracell batteries I was just constantly, like, putting in my ass and I'm just flying, you know what I mean? And now it's like I have a big weekend and then the next week I'm just like, I can't put it together. You know, I'm just like, dude, I'm exhausted.
You were basically dead the day after your headlining set.
Yeah, I was so tired. So tired.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, no, that's kind of where I've been at. Just, like, feeling kind of nasty today. Not
like Janet Jackson?
Yeah,
nasty. Nasty boy. Anyways, so that's how you're feeling.
Yeah, just exhausted. Like, we were at the diner with Lisa.
Oh boy.
And she was like, you know, talking about, like, the topics that we should do, and I was just blurting out AA things. Like, yep, service. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Service.
Or, you know,
12 steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, you literally, we came up with one topic, the first topic, and as soon as we came up with it, Beau goes, okay, what's the second one?
Yeah.
Like, didn't even talk about anything about it. It just was like, all right, what's next?
Yeah.
Lisa's like, you trying to fucking rush out of here?
Yeah.
That was the best part.
She can sense.
Yeah. Where you going?
Yeah.
Where you trying to go?
I was like, I want to go home and go to bed.
Yeah. Oh, Beau. Well, you're here.
I'm here.
Some emergency. You're feeling okay now.
I'm good. Yeah, I got some tea and I got some emergency.
Oh, my God.
And I'm ready for you and me.
Ooh, I like when you rhyme.
I'm a lyricist.
I hate you.
All right, what's going on with you, man? Where you at?
My mental health, let me tell you, it is no secret. Beau and I work regular jobs, right, that we don't always love.
That's right.
Okay? And we had a great weekend of comedy last weekend.
We did.
Thursday night, stand-up New York, Beau's headlining set. Saturday,
oh yeah,
at BJ Ryan's. It was fun. Then we got on stage together and did a little, you know, like two-man show, like Abbott Costello. It was great.
He sets them up, I knock them down.
But I'm telling you what, man. You know, comedy. I'm feeling like Diane Lane in the movie Unfaithful.
Yeah.
Remember that movie at all?
I don't.
So she's got the husband at home, right?
Yeah.
The stable, Richard Gere is her stable, rich husband who pays the bills. He's a cute guy. He's got the 401k. That's Equinox, right?
That's cute.
That's Equinox.
Yeah.
But then Diane Lane, she goes to the city and starts hanging out with this French artist in his loft, okay? And she just wants to bang him all the time.
Yeah.
And he's hot, and he's just taunting her, and he's like, come on, come hang out with me. My favorite part of that movie is when he goes, go back to your husband in the suburbs. Your couples and your minivans. She's just taunting. The hot French guy's comedy, and it's just taunting me. And it's like, you want this, you want this,
Nicholas.
and I do want this. And I'm just hoping that Richard Gere, aka my job at Equinox, doesn't kill my dreams with a snow globe like it does in the movie. Spoiler alerts, 19 years ago, so get over it.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like Diane Lane's character in Unfaithful.
I love that. That was you painted such a wonderful picture.
It's just I'm ready for the hot French guy, and it's not you, buddy. I am ready. I am done. I can't wait.
I may not be the hot French guy you want, but I'm the one you have.
I'll trade up. You know, we'll start here. Gotta start somewhere. Right? Everyone's first car wasn't great. Anyways.
Anthony Rodia, call me.
Yeah. Not him, me. So we're lovers. We're lover boys.
We are, but I think this is a meathead moment.
It's not. You fucked up again.
I did?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you were half asleep at the fucking meeting, we know that I get everything right mostly when it comes to organization skills. So go to your I fell in love with.
No, it's okay.
Because I'm not in the mood.
I have it.
All right, great. Good thing Beau's half asleep at the fucking meeting. We had to force feed him Diet Coke to stay awake. It's like, I can't have caffeine. I get jittery. This guy used to do cocaine, and now I can't have caffeine.
Listen, it just makes me sweaty.
Shut up.
And I'm not.
Who'd you fall in love
sweaty.
with? Let's go.
I fell in love with NyQuil.
Another drug.
Because there's just nothing better than just knocking yourself out. So I have to do the caps because I can't do the liquid because the liquid has like 10% booze.
Does it really?
Oh, but I wish.
I didn't know it had 10% booze in it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's fantastic. But I just do. No, I just do the caps. And last night I did 4 of the caps. Yeah, because I'm a big guy. You can just knock me right
big
down.
Big guy, right?
Yeah. Because then you take 2, and then 2 hours later, you're like, I'm not even sleepy.
Yeah.
And I got to get the other 2 out.
You gotta be careful of that shit, man.
Yeah.
Did you feel okay, though?
Yeah, I slept. It was good.
Woke up and started blowing a guy for crack?
Oh, man.
Hey, man! Just on the street scratching. What happened to Beau? Jesus Christ! So you fell in love with NyQuil.
I did. It was my love.
This is the beginning of the end, folks. This is how it starts. Lisa, it's you and me, girl. 2 guineas with a dream. That's it, baby. Well, I'm going to tell you who I fell in love with. I fell in love with and did not fall in love with the same person.
Okay.
I did and did not fall in love with the actress Sally Kellerman. If you don't know what I'm talking about, she is Dr. Diane Turner in the movie Back to School.
What is going on with your references
With
lately?
Rodney Dangerfield, okay? She is a hot, blonde teacher, which I love about her.
I'm into it.
She's phenomenal. But she keeps going back and forth between this Philip guy and our boy Rodney Dangerfield.
Don't like that.
A.K.A. Thornton Mellon.
She's a real runaround Sue.
A real runaround Sally. Kellerman is her name. Diane Turner. She thinks because she's in English and can be artsy, she can free love. Listen.
Not today, Sal.
Because in the movie, this is the sequence. Imagine if this happened in real life. She cancels her date with Philip, goes on a date with Rodney Dangerfield. They make out, they hook up.
Yeah.
Right? They hook up. Then he's throwing a party on campus. She's now on a date with the other guy. They show up outside of the dorm where he's having the party, and then she goes inside to find, while she's on a date with this other guy, she goes inside to find Rodney Dangerfield, and he's in the hot tub with 4 girls, and she storms out mad. You were just on a date with another guy. You can't get mad. He's, Dude, the best part of that scene is he's with 4 hot chicks, and he has the snorkel thing on, and he stands up and he goes, meet my nieces. It's so stupid.
Rodney.
But I did not. Diane, Dr. Diane Turner, Sally Kellerman, you can't do that.
Right.
Just all willy-nilly back and forth. What do you think this is? Okay? Are you all right? Do you need Dayquil to wake the fuck up?
This is insane. I was just like, what is this show? What are you yelling about?
These are the topics.
A movie from like 30 years ago.
Hey, it's a classic. classic, bro.
Listen. While you guys can get upset, I just thought it was like I got my funnies going. I was laughing. I was like, "What are we doing?"
Okay, dude. You can never make another Grateful Dead reference again, then.
Whatever. No, it's a good. Listen, I love a hot blonde lady that's running around like a tramp. That's fun.
All right.
It's good old fashioned fun.
That really died. Good job, Beau. Can't wait for Saturday. Dude, last few weeks, just like...
Yeah, no, it's been a slow...
You're great, though. I'm just kidding. I love you.
No, it's going to be a problem.
Now, the segments are over, and we're gonna give Beau some real NyQuil. And we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about our topic of the day. Do you know what the topic is? Do we have the right...
I do know what the
What's
topic
it about?
is. The topic is lying.
It is lying in bed with each other. No, it's about lying. We're going to come back, take a quick break, and be right back to talk about our topic, lying. Bye.
This episode of Losers with a Dream is not brought to you by Nick's Tight Short Shorts. Hot pants, yeah!
Hello, welcome back to the Loser with a Dream podcast. We are losers, and we have big dreams.
That's right.
You're my big dream. Do you know that?
You're my dream boat.
Old Beau Blue Eyes. What a freaking cutie, am I right?
I like looking at you.
Dude, my shorts are so small today. They're inside me right now.
That is, yeah.
It's bad. I don't know if anyone can see my thighs, like everyone off camera. it's horrible.
Yeah, Lou passed out earlier.
He did. He's like, is that a tripod for a camera? Scooby. Anyways,
so-
we're going to get into our topic of the day.
Yes.
Which is lying.
Yes.
We're going to go through some of the lies we told, but first,
Let's talk about how we got
how
there.
did we get there?
Yes. So we were sitting at the diner as we do, and I was telling Lisa I had a date over the weekend, and
With a woman.
with a lady, and
Consensual.
it was
She said yes.
Yep. Yeah, we went in my van. We went across country. It was fun. No.
Oh, no.
Sorry. Sorry.
Why we gotta
I'm
give Rick
sorry.
more work to
I
do?
just
Like, it's just... Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, so I went on this date, and I brought she brought a couple books because we went to the beach, right? And she was talking about her books that she was reading, and I felt not so smart. I was not feeling very smart that day. So she was like, "Well, what kind of books do you read?" And I lied because I don't read books.
Like, you ever see this coloring book?
Yeah, so I just
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
it was like it was a book I had heard like a podcaster talk about. So I was like, oh yeah, I was thinking about reading this book, and I told her about the book, and then I was like, yeah, like it's by Chris Hedges, and he's a really good psychologist. All of it's made up. Literally everything from start was made up. I had no idea, but it's just like, and she's like, so what was the book about? And I was like, well, it's kind of like the fall of like modern society. I don't even know. Just making it up.
Dude, you could say the fall of modern society for any book.
Yes.
Almost. You could just like make that up.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It was basically I was
great.
Googling Cliff Notes. Just trying to. But yeah, so I made up this entire thing that I read this book, and I hope she listens so she knows that she's dating an idiot. But yeah.
A fun idiot.
Yeah, so and then we were sitting, I was like, damn, what else do I just unconsciously just start lying? And the worst thing is when you start a lie and then you get 3 sentences in and you're like, why am I what's the end game here?
Dude, we've all done it.
how
You
do
ever
I
see that
get-
movie? Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Never and then you're like, what am I doing?
I can just admit that I never watched Hook.
I'm
You
an
know what I mean?
adult.
Like,
Yeah,
I
I'm an
don't
adult. I
have
can
to-
just be like, never seen it.
Yeah.
That's all.
I have seen that movie, but I never saw The Godfather. And when people talk about The Godfather, I always go, yeah, I saw it. I haven't. It's who has the time?
That's how I've been feeling about Ted Lasso lately. Not to get off topic.
Yeah.
75 people be like, you have to.
Yeah, and I'm like, I get it. It's
like,
great. I saw the
okay,
first
all right.
season, and I'll get to it. I
Yeah,
swear.
no, it's soccer.
I swear, I'll do it.
I'm trying I've never seen it before until last night, and I was like, yeah, soccer, right? There's a ball and a coach.
Yeah, it's Sudeikis and
Yeah,
soccer.
Sudeikis, and it's
I
cool.
pretty much get the whole thing.
Yeah. Dude, so tell me You have some lies written down.
I do.
I want to hear some of the best lies you've told.
Okay.
When you were a dirty, dirty alcoholic and drug addict.
No, I don't have that many of like because it was always just so many little white lies about like where I was going,
things.
what I was doing, that type of shit. But I have some really, really funny lies. I've been telling people for probably the last 8 years that I was an all-state football player. Just like, yeah, just be, and like, you know, to the point where I wrote this down and I was like, wait, was I all-state? Because I've said it so many times. Like, I've literally said it so when people are like, well, we played football. Like, yeah, all-state. I just say it, but I wasn't. But I used to say all-state honorable mention, which is like, you know, you like barely get in.
Yeah, that's even worse.
But I remember when they were giving out the awards and I didn't get like all-state and I was just like, yeah, but I probably should have. So then I just started telling the lie. Because I was like, I mean, I could have easily gotten it.
What is wrong with
I don't know, but it was just...
Dude, I could have easily gotten it.
Yeah. Yeah, my feeling was like, they made a mistake. I'm just going to correct their mistake. It's not like, you know. So, yes, I've been saying that I was all-state for, yeah, a decade.
Were you even all league?
No, I was nothing.
Were you all anything?
No.
All fucked up.
I was
on
all
drugs.
hammered.
Yeah. Cute. Well, my life, some fun lies too. So as we all know, I've talked about my steroid use.
Yes.
Right? Back in the day.
Roids.
My grandmother found my vial of steroids a very long time ago. For those who don't know, certain steroids, it's just like a bottle of yellow liquid.
Okay.
And my lie to her was, it was a urine sample that I was going to take to the doctor, but I forgot. It was just this vial of yellow oil. And she's
my
like,
God.
what is this? And then she found needles, and I go, I have a friend who's a diabetic. I may as well have been a drug addict, dude.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Well, I used to get drug tested by my parents because they'd be like, we got to figure out a way to work on this kid.
Right.
So like it would be like morning and I'd have to go and take my drug test and I would just grab it and my dad would be like waiting and I like, you know, so I'd like pee, but then I would just like scoop it out of like whatever was already in the toilet because, you know, we got a big family, so there'd be piss already in the toilet, so I just scoop that.
Oh, there's a lot of estrogen.
and then he'd be like, it's a little cold. I'd be like, you know, I don't know, man. Having a tough day.
I'm a cold peer, dude.
Yeah.
Never heard of a cold peer? What'd I do, bro? I'm a cold peer.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Dude, anything to get out of those.
What other lies you got?
So like I lied this week because somebody called me and asked me about the show. And they were like, dude, like how the
oh, I know. I already know.
How'd the show go?
You're like, dude, did 2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on stage for like an hour.
I said I did an hour and a half.
1,000 people showed up. Yeah, an hour and a half. 20 of it was
like,
with
yeah,
me.
I did about an hour and a half. You know, it was crazy. I don't know why. Why do I need to say that? I had a great set. I did like 50 minutes. Like, why?
I don't even think you did that.
Well, with. It doesn't even matter.
Still lying.
That's not even... I did around an hour.
Listen, the NyQuil's changed you, and we need to put you down.
I mean, at this point...
We need to take you to the vet.
You need to find somebody else. Just find Artie. Artie will do this.
Artie Lang?
Yeah.
That's very true. We can do this with Artie Lang.
He's got better stories.
That would be a phenomenal time. But I'm going to tell one more little lie here. Just a lot of lies of omission.
I feel like I'm always lying to get out of doing something. Like it's always like you know, my brother was having a hard time a few weeks ago.
Yes.
I used that for like I'll use that for like a full 10 days.
Yeah,
Just be like,
I'm
things
still
are tough
using COVID.
with yeah.
You still can, kind of, but
yeah.
Dude, I remember a lot of lies of omission with me. I remember this with my dad, with my family in general. Anything I've ever told them, even if it's positive, I never get the reaction that I want, ever. Like, I never get that reaction I want. So, with my dad, one time he was like, what are you doing this weekend? I go, oh, I'm just hanging with friends. I went to Delaware to go visit
Yeah.
my buddy, and he just called me. He goes, "Where are you?" I go, "I'm at my buddy's house in Monroe. I'm going to be here the whole weekend."
Right.
Because I just didn't want to deal with telling him I went to visit him at University of Delaware.
Yeah.
Such a weird. He wouldn't have cared,
Right.
but I was just like, nah.
He doesn't need
'Cause I don't
to
want to
know.
hear. What are you doing there? Why are you going to? I don't care. Enough. I don't know, man.
You just didn't want to deal with the line of questioning that could come. Okay.
No. Now, here's my question for you with lying. Do you tell lies? I talked about this at the diner Sunday. I don't know if you remember. But I said survival lies. But like not like lies where like you have a gun to your head and you have to lie about something. I mean like survival lies, like you are telling yourself a lie to protect your own ego.
Oh yeah, all the time. All the time.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean by survival. Like you're telling yourself a lie that you're like, I'm just gonna to protect my own. I don't want to bring myself down. Do you have?
Well, I
any
just want to
examples?
keep up like a almost a facade, right? Like every time I walk in the gym, I'm like I want to keep up this like I'm doing good and I'm on this guy's program.
Right.
So like I'll just volunteer like information that's not true. You know what I mean? Like I'll be like, yeah, man, last night I ate a bunch of cauliflower rice. Stuff's good. Stuff's good. It's pretty good. It's good
That
for
may
you
be
too.
the biggest lie you've ever told.
And I'm not gonna eat that, but I just say it. I'm like, yeah, man, it's good. It's good for you, and like I feel like I just do like the whole like it's like clean eating. It's like helping me. You know what I mean? And like my trainer's
Really,
like, wow,
you're really selling this.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is really good. I think
but it's all to
great.
keep up. Like, yes, like I am doing this. You know what I mean? I'm on track. It's like to make me feel like I'm not a piece of shit.
Yeah, I know. For me, it was at work. Like I'm good at my job, and a lot of people get some self-worth or their self-esteem from how good they are at their job. And for me, that for sure is a thing. Now, there's a guy at work. I've been doing it 10 years. And I got my degree, all this stuff. There was a guy at work, and I had the initial. He's only been doing it 3 years. Right. But I went up to him the other day. Like my initial reaction, because he was doing, in a way, I guess he had more sessions. He was doing better than me.
Right.
And my initial lie I was telling myself in my head, I was like, he's not even that good. Like he sucks. He's not a good trainer. I'm better. It doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
the fuck. I've been doing this longer. But then you watch him, and you could do this with training, especially. You watch him, and I'm like, this guy really knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he's taking it seriously, because with training, you could definitely fuck off, and you cannot do your continuing ed, and you cannot care what you're doing.
Right.
There's plenty of shitty certifications you can get. And that's why that profession gets a bad name. But this dude changed professions. He's older than me even. He's in his 36, 37.
Yeah.
He's been doing it 3 years, and I even told him, I go, you're one of the best. I had to go. I had that moment of like, fuck him. He's not that good. And then I was like, nah. I went up to him, and I went, dude, you're easily one of the best trainers on staff. I was like, you take this shit seriously? I go, and I said to him, because they know how I am at work, I go, I'm going to be real serious for a minute, and then it's right back to dick jokes.
Right,
okay?
yeah.
So this is me being vulnerable and open with you.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, I really appreciate that. I was like,
Yeah.
no, like it's a pleasure working with you, and you know what you're doing, and I love it. So that initial lie like made me feel good for a hot sec. Then I was like, you know what? No,
Right.
fuck that. This guy deserves it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just with anything. Like I had the initial like, oh, I'm better. No, switch it around. I love you, Joe Duffy. That's his name. You're the best.
Yeah, Joe. Way to go with your job.
Yeah. Tell him about your job this week. What'd you do?
I called out.
Oh, Lisa's gonna rip you apart. I can't. Should we just
don't
bring
like
her
it.
on? Should we just bring her on?
Yeah, let's
I mean, Beau has no steam left.
No, I got some steam. I got some
right.
steam.
One other lie, Beau.
So I actually got excited about the COVID shots because I could just immediately use that as like, oh, I'm just not feeling like up to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good
Dude,
point.
both shots. I was just like, oh, great. I'm going to get out of whatever I need to do just immediately.
They're like, so what's your reasoning for getting the vaccine? You're like, I don't have to do anything.
I also lie about like knowing people that I don't know all the time. Like just people that I've done like sets with, you know what I mean? Where I just like people are like, oh, like what's that person like? I'm like, pretty cool, you know.
It's like, dude,
Like,
Seinfeld,
Gaffigan's a good
Seinfeld
friend of
texts
mine.
me
It's
all the
not-
time.
yeah.
He's like, come on the road.
Yeah, it's like, you know, yeah, me and Gaffigan talk.
What is it
every now and then? I don't know, dude. I want people to like me.
Well, No one likes him. Okay, no one likes you.
No, thanks.
Maybe you guys.
5. I say kill them now. Stop it.
Good point. Turn the lights off.
Yeah.
We're going home. Do the lights get brighter, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, the lights got brighter to wake him up.
It's pretty good.
Beau, I have to say, and I'm not lying, I'm ashamed of you. Your performance is awful. No, he's sick. Now we're not going to know, though, if he's lying to us about being
It's
sick.
the boy who cried wolf.
He is. So I don't know. I'm going to have to keep my eye on this.
Yeah.
Because I have been lied to, and it's hurtful. And I've lied to others. But let's start at the beginning. Go ahead and introduce me, Nick.
Guys, our life coach, mentor, ballroom. Oh
was
no! Oh no! I gotta go.
That was
Oh
Beau
no!
and his-
Lisa Lampanelli's here, everybody.
Hey, everybody. What a wonderful 12-minute segment you just did instead of the usual 20. I love how Nick was like, look, I'm not going to get anything more out of this bastard. So I might as well get Lisa in here. Well, first of all, I have to go back to Beau feeling like OJ's Bronco. I
Yes.
enjoy the reference.
Thank you.
I remember where I was when OJ was driving around in that car. I was playing Comedy Works in Philly, and everybody ran out of my show, and I said, what, again? And they said, no, OJ. Everybody went to watch the TV. It was
Right.
pretty freaking wild. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought you were going to give a different reason for being like him. The Bronco. I thought it
Right.
was because you weigh 2,000 pounds and can fit 5 men comfortably inside you. Who is that Nick? And his asshole. Also, I really did enjoy Nick's Back to School reference because those are the movies from my childhood. I mean, we're talking about 16 Candles, St. Elmo's Fire, of course, You're Pretty in Pink. Anything where like the kind of ugly girl is actually pretty and takes off her
Yeah.
glasses and gets the guy.
Anything with Drew Barrymore. Pretty much,
Well,
yeah.
she was in none of those, but thanks. But no,
That's
thanks.
not even-
I know he's not.
Wasn't she? I
She
like
was
her,
in
though.
Poltergeist and then went on crack. I don't know what happened, but she's back and she's wonderful. Season 2 on CBS. But you know what? I love the back to school quote when you said when he was in that hot tub. It was so funny, you guys. If you haven't watched that movie, you have to.
please.
What happened was the reason I made Nick informed of it being on this past weekend was because Billy Zabka, aka Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai, plays the bad guy in Back to School.
He
So I was
does.
sending you pictures of him.
Yeah.
Well, of course, he's dressed in one scene as a caveman for a costume party with his girlfriend also as the
She was hot.
cave woman, and Nick says, I want to have her outfit on. So I go, her outfit? Okay.
Because he
So
looked stupid and
he
she
did.
was hot.
She really did.
I wanna be
but
hot.
the greatest freaking thing when he's in that hot tub with those 4 chicks.
Oh, my
When he goes,
God.
hey, honey, what's your major? She goes, poetry. And he goes, hey, maybe I can straighten out my Longfellow. Single greatest sexual harassment scene I've ever seen. You can't have that in a movie anymore.
Doesn't he say
He's
marine?
canceled and he's dead.
Didn't he say something about like his marine biology final or something like that?
He's just so good.
Yeah.
But isn't it funny? He would be canceled right now for saying straighten out my Longfellow.
Oh, dude.
I know.
Probably.
But enough about that. Let's talk about that you're all big liars, both of you. But
Yeah.
we all are.
Yeah.
You know, we're all liars. I've lied many times. Not about the stupid base shit you guys have lied about, but about probably meaningless
Yeah.
shit. I lie a lot and acting like I like people. Like, for instance, you guys.
Yeah.
No, like, okay, like there's this woman. Like, I hope she's not listening.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
But I talked her through having weight loss surgery because she wanted my advice. Now, no one
Yeah.
likes giving advice more than me because it involves making you do something you don't want to do
Yeah.
and also referencing my own experiences, aka talking about myself,
Right.
which I love.
Yeah.
So she calls me and she's like, I want to take you out to dinner to thank you for this advice. Well, I'm not looking to make new friends, especially big yentas
Yeah.
who complain and are 70. I mean, I'm 60 yet look 30.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
the world's oldest millennial. So I'm just like, I really would love to say to her, and this isn't even an insult. I
Yeah.
don't think, but I can't do it. I wanted to say, I just don't enjoy your company.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that would be really rough. That's rough. So
That is
she
a
goes,
tough thing
can
to
I
say."
take you out to dinner? And this is me, Nick. I go, I'm not doing that. And she
Oh,
goes,
man.
going out to dinner, all do you find food triggering? You guys, you eat with me at least 2 to 3 times a week. I do not find food triggering. I fucking enjoy it. And I just said,
do.
no, that's not it, because I could never misunderstand me and think I was a weak ass bitch who couldn't be around food like I'm some kind
Right.
of crazy bitch. And I just go, I just don't want to put anything in my calendar right now. So like that was kind of true, although yet 3 people called me after her and I put stuff in my calendar for
Yeah.
them. So I think one of the main reasons we lie, obviously, is to avoid hurting feelings.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because it would be great to tell the truth every time, but it would definitely hurt some feelings. And we're
Yeah.
not saints. It would be really nice to tell the truth, but I don't think it would serve anybody really. Like, what purpose would it serve if I was to say, I don't really like you? Is that
Nobody.
None.
Yeah, that's just for
well,
you.
it would be just for me, so I
Yeah.
never have to get that phone call again.
Right.
So it's almost like being on the fence. Now, first of all, let's talk. You started to talk about lying. This reason, as you said, it came up was because you lied to the girl
Like,
about
yes, I love
reading.
books. I have many
I
leather-bound
know.
books in my
Anyone who
home.
knows you at all knows your history, or even has listened to the podcast, knows you are to reading what Nick is to being a straight guy. It just doesn't mesh. So there's
They
no
weave
way
in
you're
and
reading.
out.
But by the way, I do love that you are so boring that she brought books on the date.
I know.
That to me is a win-win for her because you
Yeah.
are boring. I
Yeah.
can't imagine you're very much
I
fun.
respected it. I was like, yeah, I think
Yeah, I
it's a
respect
good
the
move.
gangster.
Yeah.
By the way, that Chris Hedges book, I even looked up while you guys were talking to see
Yeah.
if that is an actual book.
Yeah, it's a real book.
It is a real book.
Yeah.
And I bet you don't know the title.
America, the Farewell Tour.
Yeah. Wow, that's very close.
Oh, that was also
Yeah.
a Grateful Dead's tour.
Oh, yeah, right. That's how we knew it. And I'm wondering, it is kind of about what he said it was about.
Yeah.
So, you saying you read it, it's not a horrible lie. But if she listens to this podcast, which I bet she will because you're so self-centered that you'll want her to listen.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, she's listening.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I think
What's
it's
her first
fun.
name? But we use a code name. Like, what color's her hair?
Brown.
Let's say, hey, Brownie.
Hey, hey,
Ooh,
Brown.
I don't know.
That's a little pedophilic, maybe. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, brown-eyed gal.
Hey,
Ooh.
hey.
Does she have brown eyes?
Yeah.
I do. No,
think it's green.
no, we don't have copyright
All
to that
right.
song. So say, I'm sorry, I lied.
I'm sorry I lied to you.
I don't know how to read.
I'm not a reader.
I'm large and eat things.
I'm large and I eat things.
Okay, I think your whole history is out there.
Yeah, I think she gets it.
What's very interesting, though, it's such a mild lie, but it's such a weird one. Like yours,
Yeah.
too, about that. Well, your granny trying to hide your steroids, like, that makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
I mean, we
yeah.
don't want old granny to get all upset
What are
and
you
suddenly
doing to
be
yourself?
going on
Yeah.
another bender,
Oh,
that
she
drunken
stayed on a
hoe.
bender, yeah.
I know. So,
Yeah,
I
I think-
get it. But here, let's analyze why people lie and why you guys have lied. Let's take one of these lies because there's 10 reasons people lie, and we're going to bang through them and try to figure out what is wrong with you guys and why we all do lie. Because I do it too.
Let's bang.
Lying, if you want at all. See, I actually do homework for this podcast. The history of lying is deeply rooted in all of us. No, it really is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Infants begin crying, and I'm not kidding, crying and laughing as manipulations as early as 6 months because they get the results they want.
Right.
So if, for instance, you go, the last time I see, that's my baby impression with a cigar in its mouth.
A 1920s baby.
The last time I
Charlie
cried,
Chaplin's baby.
Mommy whipped out a tit. Yeah, the tit. That's what I got, the tit. You're going to cry even though you're not really
Right.
sad. So our infants, this is a hardwired almost thing. We're not born with it, but come on.
Yeah.
6 months in, we're all telling lies already.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. You're not alone.
Yeah.
In fact, you're kind of a big fat baby.
Yeah,
You're big fat 6 month baby. Can you see him? I want somebody to Photoshop Beau in a diaper and a little bonnet. I think that would be,
Rick's like, I'm on it.
that's my favorite.
We'll do it.
Okay.
We'll do it.
So I want to take one of these lies each and analyze why. Because
Okay.
it really is important. Because what I loved is when, who said this? Let me see. It must have been Nick because Beau's been out of it. You said the initial lie when you told the guy about the training, your trainer. I thought that was great, by the way, that you gave him that real compliment.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The initial lie to yourself was a quick hit of like self-esteem. Like, I'm better than everybody. I'm good at this.
Yeah.
But how quickly that fades. And then the other truth telling had such a bigger long-term effect of good on you and then ultimately onto him too. But didn't that feel so much better to actually go, oh my God, I've grown as a person and told the truth?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It felt better. He felt good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm one of the most senior trainers there. He was like, dude, like, thank you. Like, wow, I really
like you
appreciate
helped him.
And I was like, and he's the nicest person I've ever met in and outside of work. So I was
Other
like, this
than
guy
me.
deserves
He
it.
was really great. So
You're fantastic.
I'm so great. That
Here's
was a
what
lie.
I like about you.
I love that. No, but it's so true that it's like an addiction. So this really proves, like any other thing we're addicted to, you get that quick hit of, I bought that thing on Amazon, or yes, I need that,
Right.
hit of the crack cocaine, or
I need to snort NyQuil now.
But that fades quick, and then
Yeah.
the long-term effects of telling the truth are so much better.
Yeah.
So let's figure out why we lied. First, we'll skip the book because that's just literal.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use the R word, but it was pretty close to that.
Okay.
So we won't even talk about that. This is a big one. I am dying to know
Yeah.
how we can analyze why you would lie about the length of your comedy show.
Yeah.
That is just a weird lie. Not to shame you, which
Yeah.
is fun. Shaming is great.
Right.
Why? Okay, so how did this occur? What did somebody ask you? How did this happen?
I offered it up as like extra information. They didn't ask like how much time did you do or anything. Like they were like, hey
were
man,
just
like
piling
how
it
did
on.
how did the show go? And I was
Right.
like, it was good, dude. It was really good. And yeah, it was crazy. I'm like super tired today because I did like an hour and a half like on stage. It was crazy.
And you conveniently,
even
by the
really-
way, forgot to tape it, so there's no evidence to the contrary. Because I get a text from Beau going, dude, it was so great. I almost cried. It was really touching that you said that. And you're like, I really felt like what it will be like to be a headliner someday and blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, but I did one stupid thing I forgot to tape. And I go, there was a reason for that. Hey, it's gone. The reason was so there's no evidence that you lied.
Yeah,
Because that was
yeah.
just dumb. All right, so thinking back, if you can think of it, the exact thing you were thinking or the emotion you were feeling, what was happening right before that statement like just flew out of your mouth? What was going on with you?
I was sitting in my apartment.
Okay.
I was like feeling this feeling of like, oh, it didn't, like it was fun, but it hasn't filled the hole. Do you know what I mean? Like I had the feeling of like,
100%.
this is a great show, but like I still like now I'm exhausted. Now I'm like, I feel like I'm run down. I'm like, oh, this hasn't really done for me what I maybe had hoped it was going to do. And then I think I wanted to, so I got the call and I think I wanted to like pump it up even more to like make myself believe that it was something, you know what I mean? That like I got something out of it. I do that all the time with like, just like little things with work. Like if somebody asks, how are things going? I go, oh, it's going really well. And I'll like explain how it's gone really well or like what thing I sold or something. Just to be like, just to try and convince myself in the
so
moment.
is it mostly an exaggeration versus an outright lie?
Yeah, it's mostly an exaggeration. It's never like completely.
Yeah, one of the typical reasons we lie is wish fulfillment.
Yes.
So you're almost like willing yourself to have this wish granted of doing the hour and a half.
Yeah.
And yes, maybe the show added up to an hour and a half total.
Right.
With Nick on stage with you, propping you up.
Right.
Or maybe that was a nice compliment that I made. That was a lie, by the way. I knew it wasn't true. And adding on Cody's dynamic set. And the other two Sherms,
Yeah.
So it's just like you were one of them. No, but and Alyssa, actually, I heard did a great job.
Yeah, she's great.
How I feel is this wish fulfillment. It's while benign, in a way. Do you know what benign
Yeah.
means?
Yes.
Harmless in a way.
Yeah.
I have to use smaller words. So it's kind
Benign,
of I think
pretend.
it's a slippery slope. That's cute. It's a slippery slope with you.
Yeah.
Because I think addicts, again, because the lie feels like a little hit of heroin or
Yeah.
a little hit of the booze or
Yeah.
the dope or the goofballs. And I think it's a slippery slope, and we just want what we want.
Yeah.
And if we can't get it through, hey, I actually did the hour and a half, we're going to like maybe just push the truth a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's just something to be aware of.
Totally,
And what's
yeah.
the worst thing that could happen if you had to accept you didn't do that hour and a half? What's the worst feeling you get from it?
Like feeling that like, oh, I didn't accomplish something, or
Right.
feeling like less than that.
Right.
Like I just wasn't. I'm not as good as I want to be, or like I'm not like there yet.
Well, it's funny because very rarely should a comic do more than an hour anyway.
Right.
Because we were talking about this, I think on a podcast yesterday. I'm a guest of a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm like a celebrity. So, that's a lie. No. So we were talking about how there's a reason comedy shows are an hour and a half total, because everybody gets fucking bored. You
Yeah.
can only laugh so long.
Right.
So I remember I would have my opener go up and do 20, and I'd do an hour and 10.
Yeah.
So that's fine, but people don't want to be laughing forever. Like I remember Carlos Mencia, bless his heart, back in the day to fill the hole used to do like 3 hours.
Yeah.
No one can laugh for 3 hours. You're not giving them more, you're giving them less, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the people thought they got their money's worth. That's great. I admire that, but I don't think you shouldn't expect that from yourself yet. So I think it almost piled on a worse feeling from lying, because you go, oh, not only did I not do an hour and a half, I kind of wasn't supposed to anyway, but it didn't feel the whole lying about it either.
Yeah.
Which is great realization. So just, and it's catching ourselves doing those things and going, why? Because the why is the big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. And even the thing with like the all-state football thing, it's like,
Okay,
it
that was
just,
so funny. I didn't even write it down because I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I don't even get that. It's
so ridiculous.
But it's such a funny thing. What do you think?
Well, I think it was just like, oh, that was like a dream or a wish that I thought should have been fulfilled, and it wasn't. So I just filled it in myself.
I love that.
And like, 20
Is
years
it-
from now, I'll be like, yeah, I sold out, whatever. And people will be like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. 20 years from now, I don't think you'll be telling lies. You'll probably be dead. So, because you're
Fair.
an addict.
That
who's
is
gonna
not
pick
a
up
lie.
At some point.
Okay.
No, but I think that acknowledging that dream didn't happen is really kind of sad.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
I used to, when I did those summer programs at the Ivy League schools, I wouldn't admit they were summer programs because nobody would ask.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, I did this little program at Harvard, I did this little program at Columbia, a little program at Yale,
yeah.
and then about 3-4 years ago, I'm like, I'm just going to say 6 weeks because it's true.
Yeah,
I go,
yeah.
I'm smart enough to get into schools for 6 weeks, and then I get kicked out, because it's the summer. So
Yeah.
there's really no shame in it. I think the whole thing is just when we admit who we are, we're much freer. And also, there's no real shame in anything we've done. Like,
Right.
how accomplished were you as a football player?
Not accomplished at all.
Which is way funnier and cooler to people now because you're what? How old are you? 37? You look 55. You are the man. You look like Tom Arnold.
Yeah.
You basically, there's more of a coolness factor. And I wasn't really great in sports.
Yeah.
But men especially seem to have such an attachment to like this artificial thing they think women want.
Right.
I was really a all pro, whatever the hell you said you were. All state,
Well,
is that what the insurance?
When I used to like go to like friends' colleges and
Yeah.
stuff at parties, I would tell girls that I went to Yale.
Oh no!
And that I was on
Even
the
though
football
because
team.
you went in New Haven because your school was in New Haven. Is that why? I know.
Yeah,
So
I was like,
That's kind of fun.
it was
You're just
fun.
drunk at a
Like
party.
I'd be in
You're
like
drunk at a
New
party, you're
Jersey,
never
and
gonna
I'd be
see-
like,
yeah,
all
you're
right,
never
I'll
gonna
just
see them again.
I'll
So,
just
like,
lie.
yeah.
And then but
Oh
some of
my
them were
gosh.
like, you're not going to Yale.
But
Like,
Yeah,
after
I've seen-
three-
I've hung out with you. You're not at Yale.
I was just going to say after 3 sentences they know.
yeah.
Because Yale and Harvard and all the Ivy Leagues aren't allowed to give sports scholarships. They
Yeah.
you have to be academically excellent and be good at sports. So yeah, that's not
Which is
happening for
why
you.
They are not good.
Yeah, well, exactly. But they
Yeah.
win Nobel prizes, so it's probably okay.
They don't win championships.
Yeah, you're a gay. Now, I think this is very good, Beau. You understand yourself,
Yeah.
which means the only way we could stop doing this crap is to understand why we do it. And
Yeah.
if you know why, you're going to be able to stop. Now, this is interesting. I love, because it's not even, your lies are mostly harmless, douchey things,
Yep.
Nick. Okay, so tell me the story. You go to Delaware.
Yeah,
What was this about?
I'm visiting a buddy at college. He was at the University of Delaware.
How old were you when this lie took place?
19.
Okay, so you're going to Delaware
And just my dad called me. I just left on like a Thursday.
Right,
My dad called me. He goes, "Where are you at?" I go, "I'm gone for the weekend." He goes, "Where are you going to be?" I go, "I'm staying at so-and-so's house
Now, really, let's
in town." He
figure
goes,
out,
"Okay."
Yeah.
Let's figure out why. What was going on in your head? Like, what thoughts? Because we can always connect the thoughts to each other and why we did what we did. So, had you already arrived in Delaware at the time, or you just left the
Yeah, I
house?
was there. I was like in there.
Okay, saying you went to Yale.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, I'm
And-
visiting. I'm in Monroe." So-
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's be your father, and I will be you telling the truth, and you say what you're afraid your father would have said. In all
Yeah.
seriousness, okay. So you ring the phone. You
Ring. Ring.
Hey, Dad, what's up?
Where are you? Where you been this weekend?
Well, I'm going down. I'm down in Delaware.
Delaware.
Yeah, I'm visiting my friend from Delaware College.
University of Delaware. Delaware, what the fuck are you doing there for? There's nothing there.
Yeah, well, what's weird is, guess what, Dad? There is something here. My friend!
Yeah, but like, where do you get bagels? I don't understand. Like, it's not like New York. It's not the
Dad,
same.
you're bankrupt. The bagel business is over for you.
Hey, I know a thing or two. All right.
Right, well, what you don't know is I'm sucking some dick in Delaware. Bye!
No, I knew that, Nicholas. I knew you were.
Hello? No, like, because you can't even imagine what's the worst that can happen if you told your father that. Like, the worst
Nothing
thing.
would have happened.
Were
He
you
would've
like-
went,
Right, so go ahead.
Were you trying to like protect your father from?
Yeah, what were you
like,
trying to avoid?
the worry? You know, because he
He
does.
does
worry.
get worried. That's like the one thing my dad would always like.
Yeah.
If I were out, he had all my friends' numbers, and he'd be like, "Where you been?" And I'd be like, "Well,
Yeah, but it's not
Yeah.
going to help lying to him, because then you're going to be killed driving to Delaware, and he's going to be mad that you're dead and lied. He's going to, if you don't lie, he'll be sad you're dead,
Right.
and then not be like, have on your gravestone, son, liar, Nick, douche,
yeah."
gay.
Is it?
To be where it's almost like the lie just that's a reason, and it's one of our 10 reasons. What's funny is, I bet in your youth, because a lot of times people lie to avoid punishment, which I totally get. That's all I did all my life. Like,
Yeah.
I remember I got kicked off the late bus. You had to take a late bus after activities home.
Yeah.
From Catholic school, and I was cursing at the bus driver.
of
but
course
having
you
fun
were.
with it. I was just like, fuck. Like, not even mean, but just like
How
having
old
fun.
were you?
Like 15. Like, I was like just yelling and stuff. And my poor father, oh my God, I'll never forget. He's like, my daughter, they called and she goes, she can't ride on the late bus anymore. You have to come pick her up. My father goes, my daughter would never do such a thing. And I'm like there, and I go, Dad, I didn't lie. I didn't say fuck. I said freaking. And I was totally lying to avoid punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely that. And also a little bit of it was avoid conflict, because I did not want to have a problem with my father. So I think with you, it sounds like you were also avoiding, you would have in the old days been avoiding punishment by escaping town. But this sounds like was to protect your father for the most part. So protecting others is a big thing.
Yeah, protecting him, but also like every time I've said anything about, even like I said earlier, just positive stuff. Even like if I'm just going somewhere or like an internship I got, it's always been met with like, oh, what are you doing there? Like I got my internship at University of Missouri. I was so excited. I called him and he's like, what are you going to Missouri for?
Right.
And I'm like, okay. And
So
then
a lot
like
of
2
it
weeks
with
later,
him-
he talks to someone else who's like, he's like, you know, I heard this Missouri. It's like a big school. It's like a good thing.
Yeah,
And I go, yeah, it's
That is a
crazy,
big
man.
deal.
It's like I go to this, you know, it's like I know what I'm doing sometimes. It's crazy, man. Like that used to bother me.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to hear it.
I don't blame you,
Yeah.
and a lot of that is because there's two more reasons that we do lie. fear of rejection is a huge one, and it's your father rejecting anything you say to him. Like, it's literally, your father will never reject you as a person because he loves you. You're all he's got. Basically, if you're not around to throw him in the ground, nobody is. Your father's rotten in that Duchess uniform, sitting up in the
who's
going to
pay all his debts?
Yeah.
Me!
I know. With what money? None. No, but
borrow from Beau.
the rejection of that, the rejection of what your views are and your thoughts, that, like, it notches a little in our self-esteem every time someone questions us.
Yeah, especially something we're excited about.
Oh my God, it's the worst.
Yeah.
It happened to me. It happened with my dad recently, a few weeks ago. I went to go see my dad, and he was talking about work, and I'm like, I'm back at full time. Things are great,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's up with comedy? I was like, it's good. He goes, yeah, but Equinox, like, can you move up in the company? Like, why would you? And I was like, yeah, but I really want to, I don't want to train people ever. I really want to make a run at this comedy thing. He's like, but you can't move up in the company. They have 401k, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, the comedy, it's fine. It's fun.
Right.
Because he used to play music. That's what he did
So
for his hobby.
Yeah.
He's like, but you should, like, and again, this is a man who's gone bankrupt twice. He doesn't want to, he wants his son to have a stable job. He likes the fact that I work at a big company and I have a 401k and, like, some stability. He's like, yeah, no, comedy, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
But, like, and I remember being like, mother.
I know.
I'm 33.
Your father's literally a cock blocker of happiness. No good feelings will sneak in if dad is around.
That's my whole thing. Again, it goes back. That is my grandmother was like that. Everybody was like, I'm going to play football. You're going to get hurt. Yeah. Everything's a fucking, like, can we just, everyone relax?
What would make you feel better? I don't care what you do. You could lie to your father the rest of your life out of self-protection, out of fear of rejection. I don't care. Yeah. It's fine. It's you. It doesn't. You're not hurting him. You're not hurting you, maybe. But, yeah, because I think maybe every time we do lie, we kind of go, I could have done better, like you do with the trainer.
Yeah.
What would it look like if you were to just be like, I'm just going to tell him, and the feelings that come up in me are things I have to work on.
I think I'd be all right. I think I've kind of at that moment I wanted to get, like, mad, but then I was like, I'm sitting in Duchess with my dad. Life hasn't gone the way it should, and he's worried about his son. He wants me to have a better life.
So you're able to go with the compassion of it, but you were still able to stick to your guns and not lie about, no, but training's my number one priority.
Yeah, I basically, and it is. I mean, it is my job, and I was like, Dad, it's fine for now. I do not want to do this forever. I don't.
Right.
I don't. I've done it 10 years already. It's just getting old. Like, yes, I can move up in the company, and I probably will. I go, but at some point, start making money doing comedy and I could make a living there, I'm out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
just think that's good that you stuck with it. I think it always feels better to try to tell the truth enough without hurting people. Like, I've lied to you both and I've said, you're going to make it. Yeah. And, you're great. You're really good comic. But I'm just manipulating you so I have something to do every Wednesday at 6.
It's fine. It's fine, man.
No, but I mean, I think as long, you know what we were talking about at the diner, which I love, is that me and Beau had this big argument about grammar, and he thinks he's really gonna beat me on this. Lies of omission. Of course, he said lies by omission. Feel free to look it up,
please.
And no. Lie
please,
of omission
he says.
He says,
please
look it up.
Please.
It is the preferred terminology. So, lying, those are tough because you almost go, is it that bad not to tell someone something? So, Beau, if you were to go on a date ever in your life, like imagine a girl would be
they don't bring a book.
They don't bring a book or their SAT prep class. Would you?
For their driver's test.
How soon would it start feeling bad if you omitted that you used to be a drug and alcohol addict and are still in the program?
I would say like 2 to 3 dates. If I didn't say anything, then I would be like, oh, well, I should probably, I shouldn't hold that one. There's no need to, like, bury the lead on that. You know what I mean?
It's because they're going to find out pretty soon when you're not. I mean, she shouldn't find out when you're, like, refusing champagne at the wedding reception.
Yeah.
Like, no, we can't toast to our nuptials.
Yeah. Yes. But at the same time, like, leading with it isn't. It's not like I'm being over. It's not like, oh, well, I'm so honest. I led with it. I should pat myself on the back. Like, it doesn't matter that much. But I should eventually. You shouldn't, like, leave out big things.
I always wonder about that because they always say don't dump everything on the table on a first date.
Yeah.
So how do you know when the right time is for? So it's not considered a lie of omission, but just I trust this person enough to tell them.
Yeah, you just got to be comfortable, right? Like it's just you want to feel that you could be a little vulnerable with them, or like maybe they were vulnerable with you and shared something, and now you couldn't share something with them. But like, yeah, on a first date when you just
putting it right out there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like maybe not even that, but for you, I mean, like how do you handle you're going out with a girl who's not sober? And it's usually like, let's go get dinner, and like she gets a drink and you don't order one. She's like, because I don't even like to drink that much, but on dates I'm like,
you feel the need to,
because they'll be like, you're just gonna make me drink alone. Like they would give me
why
that shit. But you
why don't
literally
you guys
can't.
reenact the date? Beau, this is your first date with Beau. Nick wears a book. Pretend this is your book you brought because you're going to be bored, and you guys.
Well, that would be such a badass move to go to a date and bring a book, and just every time it's not getting interesting.
And she's reading Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Yes. Men are from Mars, women are cunts.
Yeah.
Next on Geraldo. So you be the girl who doesn't know he's a dirty, dirty drunk.
Right.
And you try to get through it without lying, but also you don't consider it a lie of omission yet because it just isn't time.
Yeah, so I don't tell her.
And scene.
Hi, I'd like a Diet Coke.
You're not gonna drink with me?
It's Tuesday,
There's a lot of yummy ones though. Look at this. It's a grapefruit thing.
Yeah.
There's like a Moscow mule.
What's
Right.
that?
There's a Mexican mule. It's
Yeah.
really like, you didn't like any of these?
Well, it just doesn't really sit right for me, like
Really?
and I'm not saying that you can't. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I think you should have a few if you want. Like,
Yeah.
it's no problem. It's just, for me.
It's a good thing I brought a book.
Wait a minute. Hi, Judy. Your old friend from high school, Lisa. Look
at this bitch. We used to cheerlead.
Who's this cutie? Who's
Some
that?
sober loser I'm
Oh my
hanging
God.
out with.
Hi, sober loser. Can you have a drink with us?
I'm going to go cry in a basement.
No, you couldn't have a drink with us.
3 fireball shots.
Guys, you guys can drink. I just, not for me tonight.
Oh my
I
God,
don't-
Judy, guess what? You found yourself on a date with a sober AA liar. He's burying the lead. Ask him straight out. Are you fucking drunk who goes to meetings? Are you drunk? I'm asking her because that's my girl. She's going to be my matron of honor.
Okay, so I'm not out on a date with you.
Oh!
And
you
I don't-
to me as her friend.
I like that he's being assertive. Get out of here.
But I'll tell you that, yes, I have had a problem in the past.
So you're weak.
Come on, let's go party and find some
Let's go
guys and
scissor
drink.
like we did in high school.
Ew, gross. And cut.
Same.
What a time.
But it is fucking hard, man.
Thank you, Red.
That was
Thank
very
you.
good. Do we win an Emmy? We're like Ted Lasso if it was written by completely stupid
Idiots.
people. But yeah, it's got to be hard to like stick
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah, I mean, I generally don't date women that are that
was
obnoxious.
pushy and obnoxious.
Like, if there's any thought of like, oh, this is a party girl that wants to like meet at like a bar, and then I'll let them know.
So
I'll
you
just be
weed
like,
them
hey,
out
man.
earlier.
Yeah, I just go, well, no.
I see. Part of me thinks, man, why lie or even skirt the truth? I say get it out there on that first date.
Right.
I mean, you don't
Yeah.
have to. I'm just saying, for me, it'll be so much easier because I can't keep track of my lies. Like, I'm at the age now where just
Yeah.
like I forget who I lie to, so I better just
Yeah.
tell the truth. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I think you did put up a line of questioning. He stood up pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does feel good though to call back to, I think, our first episode ever, the stuff about my dad and what he did for work and like the answer you get. I mean, like, that feels so good
Why
to
don't you
say
tell
now.
people who haven't heard our entire
Yes.
catalog?
Why
What
haven't
Nick was
you?
struggling to see if he should tell the truth about his father's work and financial situation, which isn't the most ideal, and that the wrong women might find a
Judge,
turn off.
yeah.
So how did I tell you to handle that?
So you basically explain it as like, so my father, well, everyone heard this. My father works at a fast food place, 71 years old. He's gone bankrupt twice. It has been a pain point for me in past relationships with women. They are not happy with my dad's situation.
Right.
And whatever that means. And I used to just be like, yeah, he's like, they'd ask me what to do for work. And he's kind of retired. He's older.
Yeah.
So like he had a bagel business and he like sold it.
Yeah.
And then you told me to kind of frame
Wait, but
it.
by the way, that was you not lying, but kind of skirting the truth. Was kind of causing you what internal thing? What did you feel internally?
I just wanted I was like, how long can I hide this? And if they find
Shame.
out, what's going to happen?
And it's almost like a panic of like, oh my god, I have to hide this.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
and
big time
rather than
panic.
feel that panic and shame, what did you end up saying?
I said, my dad's had some financial issues. He's fallen in some hard times, but he used to have a bagel business. But now he's older, he's working. I'm lucky he's healthy, like he can do what he needs to do. He has 2 jobs, and he's happy. So, he's doing his thing. It is what it is.
And how did that feel emotionally for you?
Great. Especially, I remember the girl who I said it to, it was a few months ago. She was just like, oh, okay. Like, real was like,
Yeah.
Her accepting it, I was like,
Well, because you're upset. You're accepting it too. Like,
right.
Just by the way you're saying it, you're going, hey, I accept this. And so it would really be kind of messed up for somebody to then not accept it.
That's true too. Like the more you lead with "I'm accepting this about myself" and it's okay, the more the right person is going to be to accept that stuff.
Yeah. That was a big one. So,
I'm so glad.
So yeah.
Because really, when you take it down, yes, there's like 10 reasons people lie, but really, what it all boils down to is fear of something and shame about something. So if you take any of these examples or anything we lie about in real life, I'm ashamed of my status as the football player and that dream didn't come true. I'm ashamed, or I'm scared that I'll never be able to do an hour and a half set.
Right.
I'm ashamed that my father works in the fast food place. I'm sad that I have this drug and alcohol thing and I have to tell women when I'm dating them. So let's remember. The Audre Lorde said, you cannot dismantle the master's house with the tools of the master. That is why shame never works. So all our problems stem from shame and fear. So we can't use shame and fear by lying to get us out of that emotional turmoil. So we've got to just push past those 2 things. I think they are worth pushing past. So, Beau, imagine you're on a date with a nice girl. And that I'm going to pretend I'm one.
Okay.
And we're going to discuss drinks.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Beau. We are on a date and scene.
Yeah. So, what do you have for to drink?
I'm feeling like I want to treat myself.
Okay.
I'm old school. So about a Cosmo, because Sarah Jessica Parker is my spirit animal. Although I know it's wrong to say spirit animal because that's cultural appropriation of the Native American indigenous people who I truly admire. But I'm a little bit indigenous myself. I was once on a reservation. Or did I make dinner reservations anyway?
Hi, I'm your Uber. You want to get the fuck out of here?
All that to say, I'm going to have a Cosmo. What about you?
It's a classic drink.
It is.
So
Oh my God, I'm
good.
so glad you recognize it.
I'm
It's a
impressed.
classic
I'm
drink.
very impressed. Me, I'm just gonna stick with the club soda tonight.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's just for me. Like today, I just don't really feel like putting anything in.
Well, that sounds good to me. I bet you're dirty drunk. Are you? Because I love that.
Yeah, well, I had a bit of a problem, but
How many
just
years?
4.
You don't need to drink it 4 years?
Yeah.
Let me have Nick gobble your knob and scene.
Sad.
So I think what we've learned today is, folks, you tell the truth, you get your knob gobbled.
This is true.
It's true. Even my knob will be gobbled.
Oh, boy.
I strap it on. I think we've learned it. Tell the truth. Get a blowjob. Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
That
I think
was
so.
my senior quote in high school.
It is, and his thesis at Yale. Oh, no, that was you, stupid.
I would have loved to see the girl that was like, he's really at Yale. Look
No,
at him.
that girl did not exist.
She's like, is his dad like a former president? How the hell did he get in?
Chris Hedges, that's his father.
Yeah.
Look at
How
a
does
Pulitzer
this guy
Prize
get in?
winner. Bo
Yes.
knows. But he
Pulitzer.
doesn't know anything.
I'm sorry for lying, brown-eyed girl.
Aww. Hey, thanks for listening to Losers with a Dream. We'll see you next week when you got more time to kill. Fucking hate these guys.